Hello, PBE, and welcome to opening day for season 62 of the PBE. I will be your host tonight, professional button pusher, Arya EXE. And we've got an exciting first day of PBE action to go through today. It'll be, just the typical opening day strike zone kind of stream. We'll jump around for a few of our sim days today. Quick sim a couple. I will attempt to use Jacob's box score tool to send box scores out to locker rooms. I have not tested it yet because I'm not in the Lemurs locker room. So I can't send like the one little test one. But I'll try it, and if it doesn't work, I can just run quickly through box scores today. But before we get into any games, any present season business, we do have one last thing from last season to take care of. That, of course, being our Hall of Fame class. I can help you set it up. I think I have it working. Okay, I think I have it set up correctly. I just, I haven't tried it yet. So we'll see what happens. But like I said, before that, our Season 61 Hall of Fame class. We have these. We've got a few to go through. Once we're done with that, we'll head on to the games. Starting off our Season 61 Hall of Fame class, we have a couple of players to induct. Starting off, congratulations to Ted Yanolis, a career Death Valley Scorpion, 293 average, 906 OPS. Reached almost 30 WAR as primarily, I believe, a first baseman and a DH. So that WAR number is a little low, but he's a very strong hitter, 3-time Silver Slugger at very competitive positions, 5-time All-Stars, won a Gold Glove, and was Rookie of the Year back in S49. So overall, very strong hitter. I believe one of the top 10 in career OPS. Definitely one of the top. Definitely on that leaderboard, I'm pretty sure. Along with Kerry Kelly, who tops that. But yeah, congratulations, TG. Stream Team, he's the one responsible for our draft graphics leader. He's done a lot of the graphics you see on stream, like the co-host nameplates. So yeah, congratulations, Ted Yanolis. Welcome to the Hall of Fame. Swiss Apple Pie 30 WAR is, well, he played at first base, yes. So you're not getting as much from defense, but the actual hitting was very strong. Like one of the top OPS, career OPS in league history. But moving on to our second Hall of Famer of the night, we have Usada Pecora, career Cancun Toro, pitched in 503 games, winning 112, 43 saves, career ERA of 3.83, 1941 strikeouts, a career 128 WHIP, totaling 30.6 career WAR as a mixed career pitcher. That of course meaning like split time as reliever and starter. 2-time PB champion, 1-time reliever of the year, and a 3-time All-Star. Like I said, career Toro, was GM of the Toros for part of this career. And yeah, just overall very strong pitcher and a welcome addition to the Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Sarah, and your player Usada Pecora. And that will do it for our player inductions tonight. But we do have a couple more to induct into our General Manager Hall of Fame. First on the list, we have Bailey, long time GM of the Outer Banks Aviators. Bailey has been GM of the Aviators over a few different stints, going very far back. But this current stint as OBX GM started in season 29. And I believe, if I'm remembering my facts right, has won 3 rings with the Aviators, keeping them in a very solid cycle of, contend and contend, retool. So very long time, very successful GM for Outer Banks. So congratulations to Bailey. Welcome to the GM Hall of Fame. We do have one more inductee for the night into the GM Hall of Fame. Not quite around as long as somebody like Bailey, but we will be inducting Fetty, General Manager of the Indianapolis Apex. Not remembering off the top of my head when he joined the Apex management. But Fetty he's sort of credited with reviving the Apex, I suppose. They were kind of in a funk of kind of a perpetual rebuild, and Fetty sort of came in, and now he's presided over I want to say 3 of 4 rings that the Apex have won in their franchise history. Someone double check me on that. But yeah, Fetty, very strong GM, very shrewd, very, gets very good value from what he has. And yeah, overall, just a good GM, and we're very glad to welcome him into the Hall of Fame. And that will do it for our Hall of Fame induction ceremony. So congratulations again to Ted Yonelis, Usada Pecora, Bailey, and Fetty. Now, with all of that out of the way, we can move on from S61 and head into S62. Streamer Hall of Fame, I just clicked the buttons, man. Okay, and then I think I have everything set up good here. Yep, I think so. All right, so April 20th, opening day. First stream since being a graduate. Oh, that's first game stream. I did the draft and awards, but thank you so much. But yeah, I guess mods already have a prediction up. Will any game today have 0 home runs? Yes or no? Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. I'll let the prediction run for another minute or so. And in that minute, who do we want to watch? We've got plenty of games to choose from. You got Outer Banks, New York, San Antonio, Boise, Toronto, Vancouver, Providence, Buffalo, Seattle, Death Valley, New Orleans, Cancun, Lunar Base, Indy, Nashville, Detroit. And then, of course, down in the minors, we have Anchorage, Brew City, Chicago, Amarillo, Florida, Louisville, KC State College, and California, and the newly, I won't call them reinstated, I'll call them refurbished. The refurbished Puerto Rico Ranas. They're not just a bot team anymore. They've some new faces on there. So they're some inactive players that should hopefully make him a little less of a doormat. Reigning. All right. So who do we have? Rana's reigning champs. So that'd be Cancun. Could do Apex. Lunar Base. Reigning regular season champs Providence. Reigning regular season champs NOLA. Well, let's see. In terms of matchups, I'm seeing we can either start with Rougarous Toros or Lunar Base Indy. I'll see Toronto, Vancouver, Dillo. Tell you, reigning off-season champs Vancouver. Oh, or could do reigning Tahini champions Apex as well. Tell you what, we'll start out in Cancun. And then we can we'll jump around, see what's going on, but I'll keep the Indie Lunar Base series in mind. We could also start there any of the next 2 days because this is going to be a 3-game series, I believe. Okay, no Providence GM said it himself. True. All right. So we'll start with the New Orleans Cancun game. So we'll start a real-time sim. And I'll just pause it while we're on here. And we will start with New Orleans Cancun. Let me make sure I have my stuff set up here. Simulate World defaults is forced on. Everything looks good there. I think we're all good. I'll turn on pause for now because as we go in, we may need to change the camera angle. And I do need to change the camera angle. We'll go to the wide camera, and we'll start out with we'll go an inning or two. Or you know what? Let's get through both the orders, and then we'll see what else is going on around the league with BNN on. All right, on the mound for the Toros, John Cowgill. I want to say, was it John Cowgill who won Pitcher of the Year last year? Not 100% sure. Leading off for Boise, Jackson Love swings and misses on the circle change to record Cowgill's first punch out of the year. Boucher takes ball 4 inside and will be our first base runner on stream of the season. Another ball inside to Sidney Johnson will put 2 on with 1 out for Air Yordong. Popped up in the infield, will be called an infield fly, batter out. Tater McCheesy, the catcher, drives one deep right field. It's high, it's deep, it's gone! Into the fountains, and the New Orleans Rougarous will be up 3-0 courtesy of a McCheesy 3-run home run. Went golfing for that one below the zone, but he sent it deep. So the first hit is also the first home run. Teresa McTater line drive to center field is caught, but New Orleans strikes first at the Coliseo. On the mound for the Rougarous, Dash Jackson will pick up a drop third strike on the leadoff hitter, Noam Child. Miles Meredith standing in, puts it in play. High fly ball will be caught after a couple steps by the third baseman. Napoleon Solo up, 2 outs, nobody on. Ground ball taken unassisted to the bag by Yordong. 1-2-3 down for the Toros. Thibault Lefebvre stands in. Ground ball to first, taken to the bag by Victor Cortez. Malcolm Kell up, hard ground ball to third, but a routine play overall. And Axel Babineau, one of the rookies, will watch strike 3. A nice knuckle curve on the corner of the zone. Victor Cortez up, driven high and deep to right center field. It is gone. A no-doubter from Victor Cortez to put up the first run of the season for the Toros. PB minor league be on here too? Yes, it will. We will be flipping between all games. Tiernan O'Malloran, following the leadoff home run, will line drive to the shortstop, handled by Kell. Carlton Beatty, the catcher, line drive into the gap, will have himself a double for his first plate appearance of the season. So, a runner in scoring position, tying run comes up to the plate. DH Menji Brolina swings and misses, couldn't find the circle change. And Griffin Stone then can't catch up to the fastball for a swing and miss strike 3. Cancun shortens the deficit, but will not even it up just yet. Back to the top for New Orleans. Jackson Love fly ball dropped by the left fielder. Miles Meredith can't hold on, and it'll be the first error of the season. Jackson Love on base courtesy of an error. Boucher ground ball, not able to turn the double play, will just be a ground out. Runner advances. Sidney Johnson up, hard hit line drive, but will be caught in center field. Air Yordong draws a walk. It'll be 2 on with 2 outs for Tater McCheesy. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And we will make this bottom of the third the final one, as we'll have gone through both orders. Ejectocito will round that out with a strikeout. Gnome Child up, draws a walk. Catcher, I think, maybe wants ABS on that one, but that does not exist in the PBE, so it will instead be Gnome Child taking a walk and ringing and stealing second base for Miles Meredith. Meredith also draws a walk on 4 pitches. Napoleon Solo, 2 on, 1 out. Going for third is Gnome Child, but didn't get the good jump. It will be a runner thrown out for Tater McCheesy. And Meredith will go for second. So Meredith now on second base. After all that, it seems we've got the same situation Meredith faced down, just with an extra out. But it will be a strikeout for Napoleon Solo to end the third inning. Let's take a look around the league here. New York up 5-2. Death Valley's up. Boise starting off the fourth there. Let's see. Detroit's got a couple on with 2 outs. Let's head down to the minor league real quick. Anything interesting happening there? Louisville's got a runner on third with 2 outs. Let's see how Detroit finishes this inning with a couple on. So Detroit with 2 runners on. We'll just keep this wide view. It's usable. It will be Alpha Nerd up, big power hitter. Can Detroit flip this or tie it here? Let's take a look. Swing and a miss, and they will go down. Let's stay here for an inning. We'll have Pythagoras pitching to the 6, 7, 8 hitters of the Nashville lineup. Bobby Briggs, the third baseman, up facing the shift, will take strike 3, just clipping the outside of the zone. Del Valle, the third, line drive into center field is handled by Ravon Sean. And Yun Sung DH will draw a walk. Took ball 4 in the dirt. Fought for that one. And Jimmy Lumber, soft ground ball to second, and the play made at first. So, heading to the bottom of the fourth, it'll be the 5, 6, 7 hitters up for Death Valley. Waxillium Summers high and deep right center field. It's gone! Tie ball game at the Demon's Lairs. Waxillium Summers evens up the score at 2. Biff Slamus, brand new ball game here in the bottom of the fourth, grounds out 5-3. Danger Dollarson swings and misses, a 3-pitch strikeout notched for Warren Peace. Got 5 on the day thus far. And Higashi Shizuka will keep the inning alive. Nice little 2-out double. Nice speed there, turning that into a double. Allaire checks the swing, but ump says he offered, so it will be Adrian Allaire. Yep, there will be strike 3 for them. Let's head out, see what else is going on. Let's see. Cancun's got a runner in scoring position. Let's flip down to the minors. Swiftsteed's threatening with runners in scoring position, nobody out in the 5th. Let's head over there. Is anything? Hang on, I'm just checking. Okay. Just checking my DMs to make sure everything's going good. So here we've got Matt Buster of the Hepcats pitching to Tommy Kilfigure, runners on 2nd and 3rd. Let's see how it goes. Kilfigure swing and miss for strike 3, first out of the inning. Willie Wacker up, watches strike 3 go by. Can Buster pitch himself out of the jam? Dalton Rose, swing and a miss. Buster strikes out the 3 in order. Way to pitch out of the jam. Heading to the top of the 6th, Clemen Kamenik up, and this ball is up and falls into the glove of the second baseman from Muy Caliente. Thomas St. John swings at one inside and can't find it. It'll be strike 3 for Froggy Dubois. Super Creek lifts this one into left field, and it's over the wall. It's gone. Kansas City goes from in a jam to tying this game while we've been watching. Super Creek, for the first hit of the season, a home run, a game-tying home run in the 6th. Froggy Dubois still in the game, delivers ball 4 outside. Martin Walker on the ground will be thrown out at first. So we have a tie ball game in State College. Let's see what they can do with it. Dusty Backstop draws a leadoff walk. Matt Buster has thrown, I believe, 95 pitches now. They could submount, and they will for Ron Jocker, who gets the fielder's choice on the comebacker. Enrique von Muy Caliente stands in. And they got the double play. The double play first to second. Nice piece of defense there for the Swiftsteeds. So we're tied at 1 heading late into this game. This is one we'll probably want to keep an eye on. Let's see what else is going on. Got some other close games going on. Let's head up to the majors. Seattle possibly is the beginnings of a rally going. San Antonio up 2 with 1 on 2nd. Let's settle on Lunar and Indy for a couple innings. Whoa! All right, got to go back to the default camera. This one's Oh, that's weird. It was like on the default camera. Okay, so we do want the wide camera here. Anyway, Oilonrock Etef pitching to Dave Babipperson. Be a line drive caught by the shortstop AJ Justice. Theodore Geisel up, swing and a miss, strike 3. Etef giving him the screwball. And Stewart drives one into the gap, a 2-out double for the big power hitter. It's been Santos Garcia. Fought for it, but will strike out, stranding the runner at second. Skylar Stevens will come in to pitch for the Apex. Clark Max will put it down in right field, going for 2, and gets there. High speed from Clark Max will be a lead-off double for the Space Rangers. Not worth the first. Watch this one bounce away from the catcher. Be a wild pitch charge to Stevens and an insurance run on third as Not Worth the First over the head of the center fielder and off the wall. will have themselves a double as Lunar Base extends their lead to 3. AJ Justice, the shortstop, soft ground ball left side will be a ground out, runner not able to advance. Duke Newsome lifted into right field, runner will hold at second base. And Firefly Boy down the third base line. It'll get past the reaching third baseman. Boy going for second. It'll get there. It'll be an RBI double to extend the Lunar Base lead to 4. Durian Cragg with a runner on second. It'll be another wild pitch from Stevens to allow Boy to advance to third. And on the ground to short, Indy gets out of it. Let's see if they can answer back here with the top of their order up. Fernandez Jr., Goldberg, and McKinley batting against Etef, who just crossed the 100-pitch threshold last inning. Ground ball up the middle will be a leadoff single for Fernandez. Batting .750 through one game, Aoife Carter will come in to pitch just in time to watch Fernandez Jr. swipe second base. Brent Goldberg. We've got a lot of wild pitches happening so far as the bullpens maybe not quite having their command down from spring training. But Aoife Carter will get the strikeout on Goldberg. As McKinley comes up, ground ball to second. They'll get the out at first, but it will be an RBI for McKinley as Indy draws within 3. Leon Rosenthal, 2 outs, nobody on. Will it get down? It will! Max not quite able to range over for it, and it will be a hit for the catcher. But thrown out, picked off. Leon Rosenthal just a little too far off the base that time. Let's see what else is going on. Cancun has the lead with the runner on third. Providence has the lead there. Let's take a look down here. Ooh, we've got Kansas City State College in the 9th inning tied at 1. Let's finish that one up. Got Super Creek batting. Froggy Dubois in this game a very long time. About to throw 100 pitches here. Let's see if Super Creek can get things rolling here in the top of the 9th for the Hepcats. Slow rolling ground ball past the diving shortstop, so it'll be a leadoff single for Super Creek, and that probably end Dubois' night. Yep, Castles Crumblin will enter, who gets a ground ball for 6, no 3, just a fielder's choice off Jacopo Reddick. Martin Walker, high fly ball, but not enough on it. Fly out to left field. And Suzuki Kawasaki will ground into the fielder's choice. So, State College, a chance to walk it off here. The top of their order coming up. Jack Rousseau facing Ron Jocker. And it will be a textbook single. Nice piece of opposite field hitting for Jack Rousseau. The winning run on base now as Popo comes in to try and put out the fire. Brian Taylor pokes one over the head of the shortstop, advancing the winning run to second. Tommy Kilfigure, chance to be the hero, tries to bunt it, but foul. Ground ball, they'll get the out at first, the first out of the inning, but the winning run now just 90 feet away for the third baseman, Willie Wacker, who draws a 4-pitch walk. The bases are loaded for the 5-hitter. Dalton Rose, the DH. Can he be the hero? Ground ball. They get the out at home, and they can't get him at first, but it will now be down to Dusty Backstop. 2 outs, bases loaded, winning run at third, and a 4-pitch walk-off walk issued to Dusty Backstop. The State College Swifties will win it off some rough control from Popo. Unfortunate for the Hepcats. The Swifties will win it 2-1. Player of the game there, the pitcher, Froggy Dubois, though he does not get the decision. Let's see. Around the league, Bruce City gets the win. Louisville gets the win. Puerto Rico, the refurbished Ranas, get the win. Amarillo looks like they're going to be picking up the win there. Let's see. Death Valley's up big. OBX, maybe the beginnings of a rally going there. Ooh, possible 2-out rally from the Apex here. Let's see. I think that's the latest. New Orleans also possibly. You know what? Let's see. We'll see if Indianapolis can do anything with the 2 runners on here. And then we'll pop over and maybe watch the end of the New Orleans-Cancun game. Excuse me. I know the wide camera is the one we want here. Please give it to me. Aoife Carter facing D. Fernandez Jr. D. Fernandez Jr. Wanting to make this one count with 2 on, and will be struck out. So the end to that rally there. We will probably be coming back to this one depending on how... nope, looks like that one went final while we were watching. Cancun wins there. Providence now up on Buffalo. Let's see. Both of these games we can watch. Let's go Sloths Raptors here. All right, we have Justin Izzo pitching against the DH Troy Monopolitsky. The Sloths up here in the 9th looking for some insurance runs. On the payoff pitch, Monopolitsky drives it on the ground up the middle for a leadoff single. Wyatt Whittle 5-4-3 double play. So unless Press Duckley can start a rally here or drive it deep, it will be heading into the bottom of the 9th. Boise needing 1. They've scored 2 over the last couple innings. Can they get the one they need with the bottom of their order coming up? Laser Show at second base. Ground ball to third will be the first out of the inning. Just 2 more outs. Can Stavinsky or Furkel Jr. get something going? Stavinsky's 4-3 ground out. Down to their last out, down to their last strike, and it will be strike 3. William Nilliam coming in to probably, I think, get the save here. A low-scoring game, pitchers battling for it here. And, yep, it will be a win for Chad Inningseater, the save for William Nilliam. Inningseater getting the Player of the Game honors. Let's see. Let's head over to... Let's watch the end of this one. We've been following this one for a bit. We've got Scud Muffin pitching against Brent Goldberg, who just hits a little slow roller to the right side of the infield and winds up on base. Tying run comes up to the plate. Edward McKinley on the ground, 4-6-3 double play. Now down to their last out and nothing to work with. The tying run now standing in the on-deck circle. Rosenthal on the ground to second, and they'll get the out. Lunar base winning at the Brickyard, 7-5. Nashville's threatening here. Let's see. All the minor league games are done. Nashville's threatening. Let's see if they can do anything against my Detroit Demons here. CJ Levine on the ground, down the first baseline. That'll score at least 1. I'm thinking that'll score 2 as Levine's going to try and go for third. A 2 RBI triple with 2 outs. Now the tying run standing 90 feet away for Slate Gray. Spencer Bear trying to lock down this save, driven into left field and caught. So Nashville, they try to rally, but not quite enough. It's too little, too late. But shout out CJ Levine for some late inning heroics, just not quite enough. Let's see. Ooh, both these games are interesting. Let's head to Providence, Buffalo. Got Randy Colon issuing a walk to Tung 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 Sahur. The tying run for the Surge, Odin Chikison, now stands in. Line drive. Oh, a line drive double play from the bat of Odin Chikison. Unfortunate, and that will be possibly their best chance squandered. Keeping an eye as well on OBX New York in the top right as Hurry Quake pops out into foul territory. New York looking to possibly extend their lead here. JD Pants pops out just barely in foul territory as we head to the bottom of the ninth. Here at the Powerhouse, New York extending their lead to 5. That game is probably done unless OBX has some magic in the pocket. Dog Maple out on a ground out. Smirnov batted to the pitcher and will be out at first, needing 3 runs in just 1 out with 2 strike count. Jackson Cheerios swing and a miss. Your winners at the Powerhouse, the Providence Crabs. And our last remaining game, heading over to Vaughn's house as the Aviators will finally put away this bottom of the 8th, but now down 5. They'll need a lot against the big rooster on the mound. Patrick Eschenbaugh strikes out to lead off the 9th. Julio Ruiz Jr. popped into foul territory for out number 2. And Curtis Jones, swing and a miss as Rooster gets him on the 101-mile-per-hour heat. And that will be the end of day 1. That's opening day. Now let me see. Okay, it's database. It's export data to CSV files. And then I open this up. Let's see if this works. I think it's working. If anyone in these locker rooms that has that open, worked? Perfect. Awesome. I don't need a test run. I just get it working immediately. For those of you, possibly seeing that for the first time, shout out to the wonderful Hacob for making this tool, getting it all to work. It's wonderful. Sends box scores every game to the team locker rooms. And if you are part of a team that isn't getting these updates, I highly recommend them. I love getting them in Detroit. Easy to follow the stream whenever I'm not able to do it myself. But let's go ahead and save. And we'll advance the day to April 21st. Oh, wait, hang on. Before we do that, we need to make sure we get the predictions. Will any games today have 0 home runs? That's gonna be a no. Looks like every game had a home run. And shout out to our reigning MVP getting the #1 performance on opening day. Chicago had 0 runs. It's by game though, isn't it? Will any game today have 0 home runs? In that game on your left from the Dillos got one. So not every team got a home run today, because like in the Nashville game, only Detroit hit home runs. But yeah, so any game today have 0 home runs, the winner is no. So shout out to the 7 people got there. They got a pretty hefty sum. Okay, so let's go to today's date, and I'll wait and see. We'll wait for a few minutes to get the to get another prediction up, whatever the mods are interested in running. Let's start with a minor league game this time. What minor league team do we want to start with for April 21st? I've got Hepcats. We watched a pretty interesting game with them last time. Cali is playing the Ranas. It is the refurbished Ranas, but it's still the Ranas. Hepcats versus Swifties. We watched some good. We saw a good game between them yesterday, so maybe start somewhere else this time. I see, yeah, Florida Louisville or Chicago Amarillo. Dillo's got to watch the reigning champs. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of Dillo's Chicago. Find it very funny that Dame did like the Bears are also an option of a team we haven't watched yet, but didn't mention them. Just went for the teams above or below. The team he GMs, by the way. You are starting in that. Oh, you know what? True. We'll be sure to swing by there before you get chased. So, I don't know. Maybe we should do that now then, because that could be as early as the second inning. I'm sorry, that's mean. But yeah, it looks like our, alright, it doesn't look like we've got a prediction going yet, so here's what we'll do. We'll start with Amarillo, Chicago. We'll be sure to, we'll go through the order for them. We'll watch an inning or two of Anchorage Brew City, and then we'll see what's going on around the league. I don't see a prediction up, so oh, never mind. There we go. How many games go to extras? I'll get us started. We can let that one run until a game's in the fourth or fifth. Which by that time it'll probably have run its course. So we can leave that running until it finishes because it's only a 5-minute timer. Okay, so start real-time sim, pause it, head down to the minors. We'll start at the Burrow. We have VJ Edgecombe pitching to Joe East, leading off for Chicago. Joe East, catcher, line drive into center field. Coming in for it is the center fielder Left, the only home run hitter from yesterday in this game. Toby Rodrigo popped high in the air. Coming over for it is the catcher Sims Jr. And sweet Gander Smoke, driven hard into center field, but therefore the play is left once again. So 1-2-3 down for Chicago as the Dillos will face off against Avery Time. Payoff pitch for Tony Del Vecchio will be a fly ball into right center field. Ben Martin, the left fielder, watches that one kiss the corner for strike 3. A nice piece of pitching from Avery Time. And Dominion DeGoat on the ground to first, taken unassisted. So both sides sat down in order as we head into the second. Obo Femhausen standing in. Line drive into center field is caught. A lot of work out there today for On Your Left. Showtime Jones ground ball up the middle. We have our first base runner, Showtime Jones. Pookie Gamble's on the ground, 6. They will just take the out at second. Fielder's choice to erase the lead runner. And Ben Stacking Paper the second watches strike 3 go by, and the runner will be stranded. Dillos, 4, 5, 6 hitters up. Line drive past the pitcher and through the middle of the infield for a single. Dillos have their first hit. Cillian O'Ray takes one up near the chin for ball 4. And Wacko Warner with 2 on tries to check his swing, but he goes around for strike 3. 2 on, 1 out for Sims Jr., driven high into center field. The runner will not advance from second. So 2 outs, 2 on for Gary Love, the third base. On the ground, third baseman makes the play. So Dillo's threatened, but nothing doing. Lazarus King comes up, driven high into center field, but not deep for the first out. Corey Wilson puts it down in center field for a single. First hit of the year for Wilson. Joe East, shallow fly ball into left field, will mark out number 2. And Toby Rodrigo on the full count hit and run play will be ground out at first. So bottom of the third is where we will see our last half inning of play here, as On Your Left will ground out unassisted at first base. Back to the top for the Dillos. Tony Del Vecchio, ground ball left side this time. And Ben Martin on the 3-1 count. Little swinging bunt in front of the catcher, but legs it out. Nice infield hit for Ben Martin. Dominion DeGoat up now. Will we make him pay? He will not. And that will be strike 3. We leave this game tied at 0. As we'll head over and we'll watch an inning of Anchorage Brew City here. On the mound right now for the Wheelers, Elijah Rosado, with the 9-hole hitter Jerry Coleman in the box. Checks a swing, checked foul, interestingly enough. It'll be a 6-4-3 double play to retire the side here. Bears up by 1. Agnes Digital, very efficient 4 innings so far. Only 35 pitches thrown, 1 hit allowed. And gets a line out from Braden Verity, the third baseman. Killian DeBlue up next. Fly ball into right field, falls harmlessly into Sweeper's glove. Misty Morning first base, driven into center for an out. We haven't seen anything happen here. We'll watch one more half inning. Let's see what the Bears have got with Nuts up. They'll have a leadoff single. Having a very strong start to the season so far, Nuts is. Bob's Big Boy bunted back to the pitcher. It will be a sack. Boomian Stitcherson, 1 out runner on second, watches strike 3 go by. Rosado picking up the strikeout. And Strevertory will swing and miss, so a couple very nice batters faced from Rosado. We've been here so short. Let's watch one more. Agnes Digital against Hannibal Kingslayer gets the punch out. Nolan Bates up, ground ball taken unassisted by Bob's Big Boy. And Keon Lenity, swing and a miss, strike 3. Digital got him with the cut fastball. So clearly we've got a very nice pitcher's duel going on here. Let's see what's going on around the league. Amarillo got a run on the board courtesy of a Wacko Warner home run. State College up big on Kansas City. Got some close games elsewhere. Any threats going on? Let's see. San Antonio can extend their lead. Detroit might be able to flip a lead here. Let's head over to the Demon's Lair. Got Alpha Nerd standing in against Mac John. Mac John has been a very good pitcher for a very long time, but can't stop Alpha Nerd from putting it down. And it will be an RBI double for Alpha Nerd to tie this game at 1. Now we've still got runners on second and third for the catcher Biff Slamus. Puts it on the ground to third. Runners will hold as that's out number 1. Danger Dollarson swings and misses at the inside circle change. And Waxilium Summers, who we saw have a big hit last time up, will have to settle for a ground out and a tied ball game instead of a lead. Let's watch McGoatface pitch for an inning here as Slate Gray will ground out 2-3. JB Rainier puts it down in left field. That's our beloved Bazooka Joe picking up a hit, extending to 4 for 7. I'm not good enough to get that math done quick. A 571 average to start the season. Ford Lincoln Mercury out. And the hit and run play on the full count will end with a fly out to right field. Zach Johnson III making the play there. Let's see. Death Valley possibly threatening to tie there. Let's see. Oh, uh-oh. Ooh, we got a couple big situations here. Let's head back to the Borough and see if Chicago can make something happen here down by 2. Edgecombe's still on the mound. Obo Femhausen with runners in scoring position facing down a 3-0 count. Puts in play, driven to left field. Tagging from third is Rodrigo, so a sac fly for Femhausen will make it a 1-run ball game. Showtime Jones will line out, so Chicago threatens and they draw closer, but they do not. They're not able to tie it. Let's see. Anything happening in the majors? We got Providence possibly making eyes at a comeback here. Let's head over to the powerhouse. Laces boated there in Cal. Yeah, but again, that's Durana's. If California had bases loaded, I probably would have headed over there. But over in Buffalo, we've got Juicy Jumbo pitching to Miggs Mayfeld. Mayfeld, chance to be a hero here. Cornered runners, nobody out. High fly ball into right field will be a sac fly. So Providence putting a run on the board, drawing closer to the surge. JD Pants, 4-pitch walk from Jumbo. Will stay in against Boyce Chest back again. And gets a nice little 3-6 double play. And we've seen these guys for a while before, so let's see what else is going on. OBX possibly threatening. Who else can we see? Anchorage making eyes at a comeback against Bruce City. Haven't seen them yet. Let's go take a look. Eyes of people too. Let's go Wheelers. You're in luck. We're heading in as Agnes Digital pitching into the 8th inning, but possibly in trouble here. Keon Lenedy, the leadoff hitter, up over the head of the first baseman. Will that score the run from third? No. Only able to move them station to station. So we've got bases loaded with 1 out here at the Tap House. Agnes Digital stays in, gets the strikeout on DB Barnum. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Can Digital get out of the jam? Ground ball back to the pitcher. They take the out at first. Agnes Digital gets out of it. Let's see. What else we got? We got plenty good games around here. We got any big situations up here? Let's see. Vancouver's up big. We haven't been to the Thunderdome yet today. Let's watch it. Let's watch an inning of play here. We have Jacked Up pitching to Pierre Phillip, the 2-hole hitter for the Vandals, with runners in scoring position, driven high and deep to left center, and that will be a home run for Pierre Phillip to extend the Vandal lead to 11. Ooh. Akshay Rishikesh up, draws a walk from the new Toronto pitcher Roomba McIntosh. Slugs on the ground to third. They'll take the out at second, but not able to turn 2. McLovin Jr. watches strike 3 go by. So Vandals, 11 hits, 11 runs so far. Let's see if Toronto can put some on the board, try and take some back with the bottom of their order. D. Nice, the catcher, up. Ground ball up the middle. A nice little leadoff base hit. Thor Lore still pitching strong for the Vandals here. But McScooty Fortune will put it down and left. We got 2 on, nobody out for Murder My Dog. popped high in the air, and coming a few steps in for it is McLovin Jr. Still 2 on for Palindrome, driven into deep center field. What a catch! Steven Strange ranging back to the wall for it. Amazing play in center field. The runners cannot advance off it, and Lucas Ryan will pop out. So nothing doing for the Pathfinders. Even when they get good contact, it's not going their way. Let's see. New Orleans has a chance here. We do have bases loaded, nobody out for the Surge. Could see what that offense does. Could head back down to the minors. We did have the Brew City game go final. Agnes Digital probably got pulled at for that. No, came in to pitch one more out in the 9th inning. That's crazy. So a huge first outing for Agnes Digital. Let's head up to the majors. We'll, who haven't we really seen much of yet? I think we've at least... No, we haven't... You know what? We haven't checked in with Seattle or DVS yet, so let's watch through to the end of that game. Gator McGraw standing in against Always A Bummus. Gator McGraw swing and a miss will be out number 3 in the top of the 8th. Kip Treadwell will enter for the Sea Serpents as Green Shillical fan legs out an infield hit to lead off the bottom of the 8th. Stolaroo ground ball 4-6-3 double play. Stolaroo chance to come back there, but instead the runner will be erased. Slime Sluggerton swing and a miss for strike 3. Seattle looking to get some insurance runs here. Wellerman Jr., your Silver Slugger winner at shortstop last year. Ground ball to third and thrown out at first. Aaron Judge, the DH. Line drive caught by first base. Last out here, King Loke swings and misses. Bummus gets his man. Into the bottom of the 9th. Let's see if Death Valley can make this comeback. Mellow Mysterious line drive caught by Bradley Wellerman Jr. at shortstop. Montalban coming up. Ground ball to second. Other side of the middle infield getting some work. Down to their last out now is Death Valley. Driven deep into center field at the track. A jumping grab from pass and athletic play to end it off at Carey Price. Seattle winning it 2-1. Let's see. We've got some other good close games going on here. We've got Detroit and Nashville tied at 1. Providence Buffalo tied at 5. New Orleans Cancun tied at 5. Let's head back down to the minors, though. Amarillo getting a tight win over Chicago, 3-1. We haven't checked in with Florida and Louisville yet. Let's watch through to the end of that one. Homer Simpson, the catcher, driven. Is that gone? No, it dies at the track. Oh, I thought we had another perfect switch moment there for a second. Glenn snaps, allows the deep fly ball, but making the play there is Wet Sock. Lionel Scallywags on the ground to second for the second out. Miles Phoenix, the second baseman, ground ball to short. So Louisville looking for 6 here. We've seen crazier, especially in the minor league. The bot pitcher Hank coming up, allowing a hard hit ground ball from Wet Sock to lead off the inning. Andrew Brochacho, line drive to second, diving back for the bag is Sock. Good base running there. Samuel Sheeping, fly ball into right is handled. Smack Miller, possible last out here, popped up in the infield and caught by the shortstop. Will be your final 7-1 Florida Flamingos in a game that had a lot of hits between the two teams. Let's see. California down by 1 there early on in the inning. Had a few more go final here. Let's see. Wow, we have some options here. Let's go... okay, well, we started the stream with watching Nashville, Detroit, so let's do Lunar Indy here. Been a bit of a slugfest from the looks of it. I think like 4 home runs between the two teams. I know this camera angle is a lie. Bab Ipperson batting against Scud Muffin. Ground ball diving play by a shortstop. Nice play. So preventing Indy from getting a base runner. That would have been the tying run on base. But Geisel will slip one past first base to now represent the tying run. Stewart, the DH, swing and a miss, strike 3. Now the last out, Esteban Santos Garcia puts it down in right field. Will go to the corner. Rounding third is Geisel, and he'll make it. No throw made. Or throw off target, I suppose. It's a tie ball game at the Brickyard, with now the winning run standing on second for D. Fernandez Jr. Works a walk. So no change in the situation then for Brent Goldberg. 2 outs, your winning run on second. Swings and misses low in the zone for strike 3. We'll come back to this game pretty much immediately. I just want to take a quick peek what else is going on. Geez, there are a lot of good games going on. Puerto Rico looking to possibly put that one away. Hello to Sleepy. Unfortunately, Sleepy wasn't feeling well, so if she feels better, she has the open invitation to join, but she just needs to rest, I think. No hello to me? Where do we want to go? Let's go... You know what? Let's at least watch another inning of this one. Duke Nukesum up. Keep your eyes cast up to the top right here for what else is going on around the league. If we've got some proper action going on there, we'll give it a look. Firefly Boy up, swings and misses, strike 3. Nashville possibly looking to put that one away. Durian Crag, swing and a miss, strike 3. We'll head to the bottom of the 10th here. Let's see. Cancun possibly... Let's actually swap over. Let's swap over to that Cancun game. We could see the winning run standing on second with nobody out. Likely to see the win happen here. Victor Cortez, fly ball into right, is caught by Babineau. Tierno Maurin will watch Napoleon Solo go for third and make it, so the winning run now just 90 feet away. O'Maurin works a walk. No change in the situation there, just setting up the double play, though. Carlton Beatty, fly ball to right, will be caught. Indy looks to have the winning run on base over there. Menji Brolina, ground ball, gets the out at first. We're heading to extras at the Coliseo as well. 2 outs, just the runner on first at the Brickyard. Kelly Brandt will come in to pitch for the Toros. Swing and a miss. Trezo McTator punched out. Thibault Lefebvre driven into the right center gap. That'll be at least 2 bases. A double for Thibault Lefebvre. The go-ahead run now standing in scoring position. Malcolm Kell, swing and a miss on the cutter. Kelly Brandt strikes him out. Into the 11th between Lunar Base and Indianapolis as Babineau flies out to right, heading to the bottom of the 10th here. 2 quick outs in the top of the 11th on Lunar Base. Griffin Stone will ground out to third. Ejecto Cito draws the walk. The winning run now on base for the Toros. Gnome Child popped up in the infield and will be caught for the out. We're in the bottom of the 11th at the Brickyard now. On the 10th, Lulu Dallas multi-pitch will try and get this final out here to send this game to the 11th, and he does. Let's swap over real quick as we have possibly the winning run, or sorry, that's the tying run. I missed what happened here. It's an RBI single from Clark Max put Lunar Base ahead in the 11th. So let's see if Indy can survive with their tying run on base. Esteban Santos Garcia, we know he's quick, but it won't matter because D. Fernandez Jr. strikes out Cornelius George Braxton, getting him on the inside sinker. So Lunar Base getting that win, and we will, I believe we're all done down here in the minor league as well. Yep. So we've got our last game of April 21st between the Rougarous and the Toros. Tied at 6 in the 11th. Over the head of the second baseman, Boucher is on with one out. The go-ahead run on base as Sidney Johnson flies out to left field. Kelly Brandt puts in their second inning of work, striking out Air Yordong. Toros, another chance to walk it off here. Napoleon Solo on the ground, slips past first base. Napoleon Solo going for two. A nice show of speed from Napoleon Solo. They will opt to walk Victor Cortez. The run not mattering there. Their winning run on second, just setting up the double play. Tiernan O'Maurin pops it up. Shortstop moves over a few steps to make the catch. The double play still in action. 5, 4, 3 double play. The walk working out for the Rougarous as we head to the 12th. Tater McCheesy up. Fly ball into center field is caught by Gnome Child. Chorizo McTater still looking for that first hit on the year. Will have to look a little bit longer as will be thrown out at first. And Lefebvre struck out as Kelly Brandt completes their third inning of work. Lulu Dallas multi-pitch. Strikes out Brolina, looking to go another inning himself. Griffin Stone will watch strike three go by after fighting off 3 foul balls. And a ground ball taken unassisted to first by Air Yordong. So we're heading to the 13th now. Malcolm Kell puts it down in left field. That's your go-ahead run on first with nobody out. Babineau will bunt to move the runner to second. 5-year mod anniversary. Hey! Congrats, AJ. Jackson Love gets the walk. The double play now online for the Toros. Scott Justice comes in, and he will get the strikeout. 2 outs, 2 on for Sidney Johnson. Puts it down in center field. Going to need a rocket arm to try and get this out. Will not get it. Throws not in time. New Orleans takes the lead in the top of the 13th, courtesy of the Sidney Johnson single. And Air Yordong will pop it up. Shortstop comes in to make the play. Toros needing 1 to tie and extend this game, needing 2 to end it early. Gnome Child drives it into the gap. That's a good start. Gnome Child will have a stand-up lead-off double. Full count for Miles Meredith. Driven high and deep to center off the wall. A very tall wall out there. It will be a game-tying double. Other stadiums, that would have been gone, but it will just be a double instead. This game is at least extended. Unless Solo has anything to say about it. Rounding third and not going for it. Stopped at third is Meredith, but the winning run standing on third with nobody out. Lulu Dallas multi-pitch has gone 48 pitches. Defensive indifference will allow Solo to advance to second. Victor Cortez, chance to be the walk-off hero here. Hit deep into center. Going for it is Meredith. And it will be a walk-off sac fly. The Cancun Toros win at home against the Rougarous in the 13th inning. And that will be our sim there. Let me real quick get the box scores sent out. And save. All right. And we'll go ahead. Let's see. I assume we got the... So how many games went to extras? I believe... Okay, so we had 2 in the majors. So just 2. So we had 2 extra inning games. And we'll go ahead and advance the day. Where do we want to start this time as mods pay out the most recent prediction and get the new one going? Who do we like? We've done one from the minors, done one in the champions. Let's go someone in the legends. Some team in the legends. Who haven't we seen a ton of? I don't think we've seen a ton of Toronto, Vancouver, because we've only popped in on them when Vancouver was up big. Could start with the Pathfinders Vandals. $800 points, nice. Well, I'm not getting a ton of feedback, so I'm thinking we'll go Toronto, Vancouver to start off here. Got Jimmy Benico, Andy Beans on the mound. Go Crabs. We've been around them for a little bit because we've had a couple good close games. Kind of the same with Outer Banks, New York. Kind of the same with San Antonio, Boise. Let's go with Toronto, Vancouver. We'll swing by the Crabs. We'll swing by the Crabs for our first stop. And then so we got 3 more strike zone days plus a couple quick sim days. Ooh, first plate appearance, out or not? Ooh. It's an interesting one. Well, let's give a little preview then, so you can make your choice. We have Palindrome facing off against Andy Beans. Will be the first plate appearance we're watching. Remember to fill the form. Yes, fill out the form for getting your money when you do the channel point redeem. All right. Yeah, I'll just let that run to completion. Who was our top performer yesterday? Hiccup Horrendous Haddock the Third, going 8 innings and limiting Boise to just 1 run. Pierre Phillip 3 for 5 with a home run, and Professor Crookwell going 7 scoreless against Outer Banks. And I didn't go over 2 or 3. We had Kai Brummer on the Ranas and Chris von Christelhauser on the Voyagers. All right, couple minutes left on predictions. I'll I'll throw a bet down this time. I'll throw some points down. Sorry, Palindrome. I think Beans has got your number this time. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll start the real-time sim. Alright, and we'll head in to watch the game with play-by-play paused for now. And just go quickly over. I'm actually going to swap to the default camera since we'll be in this for a few innings at least. Alright, so Palindrome, off to a hot start, 5 for 9 thus far this season. Big contact hitter versus Andy Beans of the Vancouver Vandals. Predictions closed. All right, let's get it started. Palindrome standing in versus Andy Beans. A long plate appearance ends in a walk, so not out is your winner. Fought for that walk. And then didn't fight so hard, Lucas Ryan did, for a 4-pitch walk. On the ground, they'll take the fielder's choice at second from Paddington Von Pippington, but the runner moves to third. Runners on the corners, 1 out for Cam Squires. Driven to left, but pretty deep. It will be caught for a sac fly. Cam Squires gets an RBI to lead us off. Okay, Court Jester, let's be fair here. He had great control. The plate appearance just lasted 11 pitches. Eventually, you're going to miss if the guy just keeps fouling it off. D. Nice has the bases loaded, but a strikeout from Beans will retire the side. Through 40 pitches in that first inning, so I'm guessing we're going to see someone from the bullpen come in pretty quickly this time around, but Jean-Jacques Francois Jacques-Jean Jr. leading off and striking out. Pierre Phillip checks his swing, will advance to first on a walk. And runs for second. No throw, not able to get a handle on it as D. Nice. We do have another prediction going. Rishikesh will put it in play, and we'll have an RBI single. So this game is tied in the first inning. Atlas slugs a nice opposite field hit into the corner. That'll put runners, well, it should have put runners on second and third, but Rishikesh got a little greedy, got sent to home, and got thrown out. Glovin Jr. walked on after a 3-1 count. Lansdell on 2 strikes, puts it in the air to right, and will be tied at 1. Heading into the second. This is for next. Oh, okay. Do you wanna actually change that to 4/25? Because April 24th is just gonna be a quick sim day. If you want to redo that so the predictions on the actual stream day. All right. What's been going on here? 2 outs. Runner on third. Can get the infield hit. No. Kiso Bear just in time gets the throw to beat Lucas Ryan. Still looking for his own first hit of the year alongside Ashton Lansdell of the Vandals. Jet Fuel strikes out. Jared Kiso, fly ball to left, falls into the glove of McScooty Fortune. And Stephen Strange on the ground to first, taken unassisted. Now, we have batted through both lineups, but let's just go through 3 here. Paddington Von Pippington, a line drive into right, will be caught for out number 1. Cam Squires got the third pitch, bottom of the zone. Mosquitoes gets one past the first base, down the line, and it will go for 2 bases. So possible 2-out rally here. If Primo can do something with it, he cannot. The low circle change fooled him. Jean-Jacques Jr. will head back to the dugout on the strike 3 called. Pierre Phillips swings and misses the circle change. Beneco collecting strikeout number 4 on the day. And Rishikesh on the ground, down 1-2-3 go the Vandals, and we are heading out. How many road home teams win? 8 to 16, 5 and 8. Well, only 13 games get played. How many? Wait. I'm not sure I understand that prediction. It's well, yeah, so I think this spread probably needs to be redone. Because it's unclear. Yeah. Let's take a look. What else is going on? Let's swing by Powerhouse for an inning or 2. A lot of 3-starter masterpieces here. This one's gone for a lot of runs already. Let's see if Iceman can lock it down here with Odin Chikisen up. Line drive caught by the shortstop Sejma. Tung 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 Sahor driven to center field and caught. Jackson Cheerios, 2 outs, nobody on, swing and a miss for strike 3. It's Stu Mocker pitching for the Surge as Zalewski fly ball to left field is caught. Grail Traveler on the ground to third, hard hit but handled by Sahor. We just had a rain delay, so a lot of games just advanced a very long time. Let's go around the league real quick. Yeah, a lot of things just changed very quickly around the league because of the rain delay. Let's see. We're tied at 4 in Louisville. It's a tight game at Brew City. We got a lot of tight games going on there. Got bases loaded, chance to break the game open at Vaughn's house. Let's take a peek there. Got Joseph Mathis Hendry on the mound, having thrown 102 pitches. Kreis von Kristalhauser with bases loaded. Oh no! And it will be a wild pitch to score the second run of the game for the Voyagers. Still 2 in scoring position for the center fielder. And he'll put it down through the infield, and it will be an 2 RBI single. New York breaking this game open, but not out of reach for the Aviators. And out by a step is Adam Kolbebe. Kvieta Volkova up, fly ball into left center is caught by von Kristalhauser. Zuka Slow. 4 foul balls and 4 balls outside the zone is good for a walk. Patrick Eschenbaugh, slow roller to second base, will be a ground out, allowing the runner to advance. But Curtis Jones strikes out and will end the inning there. Let's see what else is going on. We got a tie game in Cancun with the runner on. We've got Indy. Indy's looking to possibly take the lead here. Let's take a trip to the Brickyard. Stewart drawing the walk. Let me swap back to the wide camera. Spence Santos Garcia with 2 on. Gets it over the head of the second baseman, but the runners had to check up. It'll be bases loaded with 1 out. Chance for Indy to take the lead and break this tie. D. Fernandez deep to center field. Tagging from third is Geisel. It'll be a sac fly. Indy leading this ball game 1-0 now. 2 outs, 2 on in the bottom of the second. Cornelius George Braxton delivers a gap shot from the third baseman, Brent Goldberg. Will score 1. Will it score 2? It will. A 2 RBI double from Brent Goldberg. And Indy now up by 3 in the bottom of the 7th. Full count, ground out from Edward McKinley. Turd Ferguson puts some insurance runs on the board for San Antonio at Hammond Park. Polly Wags striking out. Let's take a quick peek, see if anyone's... yeah, let's take a look at the minors real quick. Ooh, we got some good ones. Let's head to Florida and Louisville at the Jungle. They're into. I don't think we haven't watched too many of these games to completion. We'll probably stick around in the minors for at least a game or two to finish them off. 1 out, bottom of the 9th for Doug Love. Junior O'Callahan trying to lock it down and send this game to extras, but Love will put the winning run aboard. Then driven hard into left field, but won't have the distance from Kasane Teta. Gabzu, another one deep into left, but not deep enough. We will be heading to extras here. Taking a look at what else is going around. Dillos have a couple on base. Anything of particular note happening up here? We've got some with runners on, but nothing imminent. Also in extras is Anchorage and Bruce City. Let's see if Amarillo can do anything with 2 runners on here. Celiano Ray up batting against Marcus DeWorm. It will be a walk. Bases loaded now for Wacko Warner, your Silver Slugger winner at shortstop last season. Not able to do anything with it this time, as it will be a fielder's choice out. We'll back out. Let's head to... We'll stay at the Jungle here. O'Callahan on the mound. Wet sock, getting a 4-pitch walk. That's the winning run for the Lemurs on base. And going for second, that winning run goes to scoring position for Andrew Brochacho in that 2-hole. Ground ball left side, not able to advance his sock as they get the ground out. Samuel Sheeping, fly ball to left, and it will be out number 3. We're into the 11th as well over at Bruce City. State College and California getting wins. Anything imminent up here? It doesn't look like it. Detroit's down a little too much for that to mean anything. Vancouver possibly able to tie that one. Let's head to Bruce City. They got a runner on. Chance to... Anchorage has one on, excuse me. Chance to go ahead here. But a 5-4-3 double play will put paid to those thoughts. Chicago has a chance to make big things happen. Florida now up by 1 at the Jungle. We'll probably watch that game to the end once we've seen what happens with this 2-out rally as Chicago ties up the ball game. And driven into right, Femhausen will put Chicago into the lead with a single. Showtime Jones grounds in the fielder's choice, but the damage done. Chicago now leading this ball game. Let's see. Florida still has 2 runners on the corners. Probably watch this game to completion. Let's keep Anchorage and Bruce City up on the top right here. Maxwell down on strikes as Anchorage Bruce City heads to the 12th. Florida now with bases loaded, 2 outs for Peyton Shoelace. High and deep into left field. It's gone. A grand slam for Florida, and that'll probably put this game away. A beautiful shot into left field as Florida now leads this game by 5 in the 11th. Bruce City has the runner on second. We're going to go to the inning. I'm thinking I let that one run a little too long. Bruce City did score that run from second. Double from Swift for sweeper. O'Shaughnessy bunts them over to third. Then Sankara on a pop out to short, and career minor leaguer deep fly ball into center field will be the sac fly that wins the game for Bruce City. Let's see. Could flip over to Amarillo, see what they're doing. Actually, let's take a look in Vancouver as they have runners on the corners. We started this game. Let's watch this game to its completion. Jared Kiso, chance to be the hero or the zero here against Fire Aaron Boone. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fire Aaron Boone fires a fastball 100 miles an hour right into the zone for Jared Kiso, and he can't do anything with it. Toronto, your winners 3-2 as they win the series over Vancouver. Let's head back to the minors. Here, we can probably watch to the end of this one before we need to swap over to Chicago Amarillo to see the end of that. Out in number 2 as the runner advances to second. Kasane Teto will be thrown out at first. Your winners here, Florida, and the game put to bed by that Shoelace grand slam. Let's head over to the Borough as we have the Kingpins trying to put some insurance runs on the board. Dom Manytrix will draw the walk from Thailand Patalamo, who may be getting pulled here, and will for Garlic Bread the bot. Ground ball up the middle, rounding third is Micah Beach, and will be safe at home as Chicago extends their lead to 2. Joe East driven high and deep into left field, and they will extend their lead further. Wow, that's a familiar score now. 9-4, Chicago leads by 5. Not in extras, but it may be the last inning unless Amarillo can really get something going. Toby Rodrigo will swing and miss at strike 3. Chased one. Ganja Smoke swinging on a 3-0 count and taking it deep. That's how you make a statement. A now 6-run lead courtesy of the solo home run from Ganja Smoke. Ikea Blow High will come in to try and end this game, and it will be a ground out. Amarillo needing 6 here. Jennifer Park, the DH, drives one deep into right center, but Manytrix will grab it. Celiano Ray puts it in play, driven to left field and caught. Wacko Warner, possibly the last out here. Swing and a miss. Dixie will get him with the sinker. Your winners here, the Chicago Kingpins. Let's swap over to the majors. Still got a few games going here. New York possibly threatening to walk it off at Vaughn's house. Squatch draws the walk. The winning run stands on third for Diego Ramirez, the shortstop. And he'll get the base hit, and that will be a walk-off single for Diego Ramirez. The Voyagers getting a win at Vaughn's house despite a late rally from the Aviators. Moving over, Buffalo with 2 outs, nobody on. They're going to need a 2-out rally, but they possibly have a chance to win it here. The Odin Cheekson line drive to left field, though, will end the game. Providence Crabs winning this one 6-4. And our last remaining game, Nashville beating up on the poor Demons. Summers gets a 4-pitch walk, 1 out, 1 on. She's good, down on 3 pitches, courtesy of the Takahashi circle change. And Adriana Lair watches the cutter go by for strike 3. Nashville winning 11-1. And I believe that is the sim. Let me go ahead. I'll save. And I'll get these box scores sent out. All right, then I'll go to world scores. Your top performers today. Flop Quads getting the complete game shutout against the Lunar Base Space Rangers. Ford Lincoln Mercury going 2 for 2 with a double, a home run, and 3 walks against Detroit. And Anthony Stover also picking up a complete game shutout on the day. Didn't know you could get a save with that big of a lead. That might be what we term, or what I term, a quality save. Yep, because he went 3 innings. If you go at least 3 innings, it doesn't matter how big the lead was, you get the save. All right, heading to the 23rd, we've got an off day there. We'll advance to the 24th, which will be a quick sim day. So I'll autoplay all games today. Just quickly going through, Buffalo winning 8-6 thanks to a late game rally. Providence, big win over the Sloths. Toronto, a 7-6 win over the Aviators, or said another way, they won 6-7. The Voyagers getting a 5-1 victory over Vancouver. Detroit wins 8-1 over the Sea Serpents. The Rougarous winning 5-2. The Toros getting an 8-4 win over Indy. Nashville 10-5 over the Scorpions in the minor leagues. Amarillo goes 13 with the Ranas and eventually gets the win. Louisville survives a 2-run top of the ninth from the Bears to walk it off. Or, excuse me, no. The Bears survive a late rally from the Lemurs to win it 6-5. Sorry, I didn't see who was bolded there. State College, 7-3 win over Florida. California, 3-1 over Anchorage. And Chicago, 5-4 over Kansas City. Let me get the stuff running over here again. And then, before we move on, Faye Tafo-Felia of the Swift Steeds is your performer of the day. 3 for 4 with a home run and 5 RBIs. Ravon Shawn goes 3 for 5, 6 total bases, 3 RBIs, 3 runs. And Vidal Bauer III, 3 for 3 with a home run and a walk. So I will finish the day and save, and we will, I believe... Okay. Predictions still running. I'll let that run for a couple more minutes. Not sure where to start. We've got some different options here now. It'll be the number 1 starters going again. Let's see. We started at Cancun last time. Who haven't we seen a lot of? Who do we feel like we haven't seen a lot of, chat? Anyone. Majors, minors. Which team do we think we haven't seen a ton of? We've gone through the lineup of the Dillos at least once. Thinking Legends. Okay. Been a lot of champs so far. You're not wrong there. Champions Conference games have generally been pretty close. We also given a lot of love to the minors, which always love seeing our minor league teams play. on stream. Providence, San Antonio might be good. Providence beating up on Buffalo. Went there for that might be a good choice. Count Crabula, Chad Innings Eater. Yeah, we can head through the Providence San Antonio lineups once. So I will go ahead. I'll make sure to save one more time. Start real-time sim. I'll pause it. PBE live coverage. And I'll set this up real quick, and then I'll give a few minutes for the pred for people to gamble on the pred. How many road teams win? Yeah, technically because there are 26 teams total in the league, so 13 games get played. So I mean, you're technically slightly better off betting on the lower end, but not by much. There's some home field advantage to consider too, but pure numbers, you're slightly better off betting on the bottom, on the lower number. Why? Let's get some money moving here. Thanks for the advice, commentator. Just put 10K on it. Okay, whoa. Wait, you can whoa. Wait. That was your decision, not mine. I cannot be blamed if it goes wrong. It's on me if you lose now. No. All right. Yeah, we'll go down the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Well, I'm just gonna wait until I see submissions closed before I get going. Okay, submissions closed. Let's get it started. Chad Innings Eater on the mound, facing off against reigning MVP Paolo Zalewski. Zalewski drives it to right field. Caught. Let me change the camera angle real quick, because default view is better here. Grail Traveler standing in now. It will put it into the left center gap. That will be a double. Nice start to the game for GT. Seymour Baltz seats. He walks. Runners on first and second. One out. Summers drops it just in front of the left fielder. Traveler going for home and makes it, so it'll be an RBI single for Beryl Summers. Hurry Quake swings and misses at the splitter from Innings Eater. And Miggs Mayfeld will watch strike 3 go by. So an early strike for the Providence Crabs. Maybe wanted a little more there, but they'll take what they can get. Press Duckley Jr. will stand in against Count Crabula, your reigning pitcher of the year. Player to be named later on the 2-strike count flies it into right field, where it's caught by Baltz. And Les Scoden swings and misses as Crabula picks up strikeout number 2 on the day. Bottom of the order up for the Crabs. J.D. Pants takes one inside for strike 3. Definitely wants ABS on that one. Boyce chest back again. A deep fly ball to center field, but caught just shy of the warning track. And Taiga Sejima swings and misses at the cutter for strike 3. Innings Eater picking up strikeout number 4 on the day. Stetson Laramie, shallow fly ball into the left center gap, will get down for a leadoff single. Turd Ferguson takes ball 4, and they got 2 on, nobody out. The Sloths threatening here as Mander puts it into the gap. That'll score at least 1 as it goes for extra bases. Ferguson will hold up at third, but Laramie will score and tie this ball game. Now runners in scoring position with nobody out for Alan Greer. Ground ball back to the pitcher and thrown out at home. No one able to advance there. Troy Monopolitsky takes ball 4. Be bases loaded here for the 9-hole hitter Wyatt Whittle. Gets it up the middle of the infield, and that will be a station-to-station single. Sloths now leading this game by 1 run. Prestuckley Jr. swings and misses at the screwball for strike 3 and out number 2. And the circle change will get player to be named later. Once again, one where you maybe want more from it, but you take what you get, and the Sloths now lead this game 2-1. Back to the top for the Crabs as Zalewski will put it down in left field for a leadoff hit. GT had a double last time up. This time we'll watch as Zalewski steals second base. Steal number 5 on this young season. Make it steal number 6 on this young season as Zalewski goes for third. Grail Traveler now with the tying run 90 feet from home. And it will be put down in left field. Grail Traveler now with a single and a double, and with an RBI to boot, as this game once again tied at 2. Seymour Baltz pops it up in the infield. It will be player to be named later coming in to make the catch. And Beryl Summers, strike 3. Hurry Quake gets the same, swinging strike 3. We're tied at 2 heading into the bottom of the third. Les Scoden driven into center field, but will not be deep enough for anything. Stetson Laramie on the ground. Shortstop able to make the play. That's Sejima. Turd Ferguson with 2 outs will put it into left field where it's caught by Grail Traveler. So we've had an interesting game so far here. Let's take a look what's going on around the league. We got bases loaded for the Voyagers at Vancouver. Let's take a look-see. We've got Isuro Tanaka batting with Squatch Ramirez and von Christelhauser on base against Chuck Nasty here in the top of the 4th. A strikeout will put the second out on the board. And a ground ball in the infield. So New York only able to score 1 off that. Another one we're seeing a lot of that, stranding a lot of runners. You maybe want more, but you take what you get. Slugs will put it down in left field over the head of both left infielders. Glovin Jr. watches strike 3 clip the bottom of the zone. And Ashton Lansdell gets a base hit. Was looking at hit number 3 on the year for Lansdell. Jet Fuel, a straight line drive to the center fielder, just having to come in a few steps for it. Jared Kiso sends the left fielder way far back for it, but it will be a catch on the track. 3-1 lead for the Voyagers as we take another look-see around the league. OBX Toronto tied up. We've got Buffalo Boise with a couple on. What's going on in the minors? A lot of close games happen in the minor league. Only one that's even a little out of hand is Florida down by 4. Let's see what Boise can do with 2 on and nobody out. Lieutenant Duds on the mound. Rafael Ferkel Jr. In the box. Fly ball to center is caught. Be the first out of the inning. Siana Murtatak up. Ground ball up the middle. Will move the runner station to station. We've got a bases loaded with 1 out. Cassius Considerations puts it into center field deep enough to score the runner from third. A sac fly for Considerations. Scoring laser show and giving Boise a 1-0 lead in this defensive ball game. Wallach will ground into the fielder's choice to retire the side. Feels like we haven't seen a ton of either of these teams, so let's stay here for another inning. DW Dog Maple driven high and deep into center field. Well, that ties the ball game immediately. DW Dog Maple answering back a sac fly with a solo shot. Taking PKVS's 100-mile-an-hour fastball deep. Odin will draw the walk. Tung 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 Sahur over the head of the shortstop will be a single. Runners on first and second. Nobody out for Jackson Cheerios. And another walk. We got bases loaded, no outs. Buffalo threatening to break this game wide open if PKVS can't put out the fire. A strikeout on Knopf is the first step in that. Hannah Streamsong ground ball. They get the out at home, but just the fielder's choice. No double play. And whoop whoop ground ball to third. And taken unassisted. So the bases loaded, no outs. Not able to score any from that, but the solo home run from DW Dog Maple ties it up. Pete Dawson III puts it down just shy of the center fielder at the wall. It will be a double for Dawson III, so now threatening once again is Boise. Roman Gautier flying out to left field. Bo Matthews, the DH, ground ball picked up by the second baseman, will advance the runner. Going to need a hit to drive him in. Can Laser Show do that against Lieutenant Duds? Fly ball into left field. Survey says no. Be tied at 1 here in the 7th. Let's see what else is going on around the league. Cancun up. Lunar belting New Orleans at the minute. How about Swifties Florida? They've got 2 on. Chance to break the tie here. Let me switch back to wide camera. Junior O'Callahan on the mound. In relief, Jack Rousseau, chance to be the go-ahead hit here. Nothing doing. That slow screwball gets him swinging. Brian Taylor will draw the walk. Got bases loaded, 2 outs for Tommy Kilfigure. Fly ball into right field is caught, so nothing doing for the Swifties. We'll stay here for the bottom of the 6th, top of the order for the Mingos. Shushu Zhang will get the strikeout on Dan Thunder. Miles Phoenix, the second baseman, up. And we'll get one to bounce right in front of the right fielder for a single. So runner on, 1 out for Homer Simpson as he'll strike out against Zhang. Lionel McScallywag has a textbook base hit down in front of the center fielder. Runners on the corners, 2 outs for Sean Spencer. Chance to break this tie. Popped up in the infield and caught. So tied at 5 heading to the 7th here. Plenty of close games all around the minor league. Quite a few close games up here as well. OBX with a chance to get the comeback going on Toronto. Fire Aaron Boone on the mound facing Julio Ruiz Jr. with 2 on, 1 out. Ground ball will be a productive ground out, but Speedy McFly Jr. is going to need something here to score those runs, and something he will get. A single will score both runs, and OBX takes the lead at the Lodge. Robert Oliver will watch as Speedy McFly goes for second base. Robert Oliver will strike out. So stolen base amounting to not much there. Let's see. Lunars up big. Let's see. Seattle has a chance to break the tie against Detroit. Let's see what they can do here. Gator McGraw swings and misses, which will end the inning there. Obel issues the walk. Let's see. What else do we have? Boise is up. Let's see. Minor league. Florida threatening in the bottom of the 7th. Let's head back over there to Florida Man Park. Castle's crumbling now on the mound. Rocky Berg. Fly ball to right field is caught. Ozzie Batty will strike out. Chased one inside. And Castle's Crumbling locks in and strikes out the side after 2 get on. Heading late. Dillos have bases loaded against the Ranas. Thinking we probably go there because that's actually impactful on that game. Also have Buffalo Boise. Tell you what, we'll see what the Dillos can do with this and possibly then switch back to Buffalo Boise. Oh God, that is assaultingly bright green. Anyway, we have Tony Del Vecchio drawing the walk, and the Dillos have tied the game, courtesy of Kermit issuing the walk to Tony Del Vecchio. Fought for that walk with 3 foul balls. Ben Martin fly ball to right. Tony Sims Jr. will not try to score from third. And Dominion DeGoat swing and a miss, so this game will be tied. A lot of runners stranded, maybe wanted more from that. We'll see what else is going on. We could possibly go to State College, Florida. Let's see what else is going on in the majors. Toronto threatening in the bottom of the 9th, and that may be the game we pick. Yeah, let's head over to OBX Toronto. Big Seahawks rave green energy from these jerseys, for sure. Goroshigeno pitching to D Nice, getting the strikeout. 2 on with 2 outs. McScooty Fortune, fly ball to right field is caught. So Toronto has a rally late, but can't make anything of it. Outer Banks winning off a 2-run top of the 8th. Leave this one. We've got a couple that went final as well. Boise locking down the win against Buffalo. New York defeating Vancouver. These games are still in the 8th. We can pick up California trying to tie this game up with 2 on in the top of the 9th. I've got a dumper. Fly ball to center field is caught for the first out. Tying run stands on first base. Theodore Batsmith, line drive, caught by second base. It's going to come to the bat of Ashton Fox. Swing and a miss. Whamageddon gets the strikeout on the sinker ball. And your winners at Baltimore Memorial are the Anchorage Wheelers. Also going final, Louisville. A lot of these games are in the 8th. Let's see. Where can we go? Who's got some threats going on here? Let's see. See if Puerto Rico does anything with these base runners. Grande Mexicano, fly ball right field, and caught. So this game will be headed to the 8th, or the 9th rather. All these games, most of these games are in the 9th now as well. Let's sit with Providence and the Sloths. See if Providence can make something happen here in the top of the 9th. Taiga Sejima ground ball to his counterpart for the first out. Paolo Zalewski over the head of third baseman. Zalewski 2 for 5 in this game, having a very strong first sim here. And we'll go for steal number 7. We've seen the last 3 steals from Zalewski, I believe. Grail Traveler fly ball into center fielder. Zalewski will advance to third. That's your tying run. Standing on third, let's see if Seymour Baltz can do anything with it with 2 outs. Driven to center field and caught. San Antonio survives. William Nilliam will pick up the save. I believe. Yes. Let's see. What else we got? Indy threatening, actually. Dillos also threatening. Let's take a look at the Dillos. See if they can get the lead on Puerto Rico here. Wacko Warner, nothing doing there. Tony Sims Jr. on the ground. They'll get the fielder's choice at second, but the go-ahead run stands on third for Matt Woohoo. On the ground back to the pitcher and not able to leg it out, so we'd be heading to the bottom of the 9th here. Let's see. Head back up to the majors. Looks like those games. Looks like Seattle won it. Indy wasn't able to make the comeback. Yeah, we can watch the last out here, or Death Valley coming up with the most ridiculous 2-out comeback you've ever seen. There's 3 right there. Hang on. They need 3 more in 1 out. It's not necessarily out of the realm of possibility. Slime Sluggerton coming up. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So we caught some late OTP drama, but in the end it wasn't enough. Too little, too late as Nashville picks up win number 4 on the year. That does it for the majors games today. Let's pick up with Chicago and KC in the 8th. Popo pitching, issuing a walk to Ben Stackenpaper II. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Chicago looking to make an impact and make this a brand new ball game. Lazarus King not able to get it done. So stranding the bases loaded. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Looks like all the other games finished. Puerto Rico defeating the Armadillos 6-7. And State College finishing off Florida. Our last game remaining is Kansas City, Chicago. We'll watch through to the end here. Super Creek batting against Big Yosh. We'll have a leadoff single. KC looking for insurance runs. Don't want to have to protect a 1-run lead in the top of the 9th. Or Crony will coax a ground ball. Goes for a fielder's choice from Jacopo Reddick. Martin Walker, a fly ball into center field. Let me switch to the default camera so y'all have a better view here. Suzuki Kawasaki puts it down in shallow right field. Will advance the runner to third. No, it will not. A cannon arm from right field. Toby Rodrigo. Toby Rodrigo. I forgot if it was Toby or Tony. My bad. Toby Rodrigo, the cannon arm to gun down the runner at third. So, Chicago needing 1 run to tie. They'll have Corey Wilson, then the top of their lineup to get this done. Line out to second base. Joe East, the catcher, will swing and miss. Popo looking to lock it down here. Toby Rodrigo had that play defensively, but can't do it on offense. The Hepcats will win 4-3. So we'll go ahead and finish the sim, save the game. Let's see, and I'll go to world scores here real quick. Hey, Bazooka Joe, thanks for the sub. Let's see. So in terms of away team wins, we have Outer Banks, New York, Nashville, State College. We had 4 away team wins. So your winner would be 0-7 there. And I'm not gonna get my knees broken by William Jeter Jr. because I gave him advice. Okay. Export data to CSV files. Let's get those sent out. Back to world scores. Advance the day. Save. Okay. April 26th is a quick sim day. And our last strike zone day will be April 28th. So if you want to get a pred started for that, I'll be heading to that day pretty shortly here. First year overall performance of the day, Stoller Rule, 2 for 3 with a double and a home run in the loss against Nashville. And then AJ Justice and Firefly Boy of the Lunar Base Space Rangers just having themselves days against the Rougarous. Don't have to go down to the basement now. Yay! I get to keep my freedom. Alright. And that's all done from the looks of it. So I'll autoplay all games on the 26th. And just very quickly go through them. OBX with the big win over Toronto. Buffalo winning by 6 over Boise. Vancouver walking it off against the Voyagers. San Antonio winning 3-1 over the Crabs. Nashville wins 7-5 over the Scorpions. The Demons getting a 7-2 win over Seattle. The Toros 6-0 to start this season with a 7-3 win over the Apex. Lunar 4-2 win over New Orleans. State College also undefeated to start the year, winning 10-5. California wins 5-2. Chicago Kingpins winning 6-7. Puerto Rico winning by 2 over the Dillos, and Bruce City winning by 3 to defeat the Lemurs on the road. Let me get the box scores sent out. I will save the game. Your top performers, Bobby Briggs, 3 for 4 with 2 home runs and a double in the win over Death Valley. Kvieta Volkova, the rookie, getting a good day there. 6 total bases, 4 RBIs in the big win. And Julio Ruiz Jr. joining her up there. No Sleepy, no, she wasn't feeling well, unfortunately, so we're making her rest. And we'll advance to the 27th. We'll have no games that day. And into the final Strike Zone day. I am in SimCord, if anyone would want to join for our final day. But, if anyone's available, welcome to join. But if not, it's only one more day. We are getting some interleague games starting up here. So who do we? Let's start in a minor league game. We've been giving them a lot of love, but I've only started down there once. Who have we not given? I don't know. Which division wins more, champions or legends? Hold on. Yeah, hang on. Because these are both west. These are both east. These are both east. These are both east. These are both west. These are both west. These are both east. And these are both west. So, yeah, unfortunately that division, that one's not going to work. Sorry. Sorry. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm so sorry. Well, interleague games, you could do Legends versus Champions. And we'll be starting in the minors, so we can come in like when these games are in like the 3rd or 4th inning and see like how that's going so far. Let's see. Who haven't we seen a ton of? I feel like we haven't seen a ton of the Wheelers. Saw KC in State College a bit. Seen Bruce City's lineup through once. I don't think we've done a ton with California. We've gone through the Lemurs a little bit, but I don't think we've done a ton with California. I think we'll do that. All right. So how many teams score over 4.5 runs? Okay, considering that's 0 to 7, 8 to 16, I'm going to assume that means major league games. Give people what they want, give them the frogs. We could. I mean, honestly, we haven't seen much of the Wheelers. I could justify that. Give them frogs. You know what? We'll go to K. Faraday Memorial Stadium. We'll go to Faraday. But not for the Ranas. We're going there for the Wheelers. Okay, we are going there for the Wheelers. What should you pick for this bet? Let's see, 4.5 runs. I'm gonna say under. I say go under. I think you've got I think you've got good chances on the under. And if you get it wrong, then that's not on me again. All in my. Okay, Bazooka Joe bet on the other side. Okay. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's get this real-time sim going. And we will head to K. Faraday Memorial Stadium between the Wheelers and the Ranas. Going all in on under. Y'all, you can't changing the betting line single-handedly. Sorry, I should have prefaced, like, this is not legally binding financial advice. Anyway, Keon Lendy leading off for the Anchorage Wheelers. Muffin Healer will be your pitcher for the Ranas. Lenedy, ground ball up the middle for a leadoff single. DB Barnum, the catcher, will watch Lenedy go for second and make that 2 stolen bases on the year for Lenedy. As Barnum puts it down in the opposite field, Lenedy will hold up at third. Got runners on the corners, nobody out. Anchorage off to a flying start here. Can Chris Cash Jr. do anything with that? Swing and a miss on the outside fastball. Rex Jordan draws a walk. We got bases loaded, 1 out for Enrique Checo, who puts it on the ground, and it will be a ground out. Not going to try and turn 2 as Anchorage strikes early. Robin Banks, the shortstop, fly ball into the shallow outfield just outside the infield dirt, will be the third and final out. Puerto Rico, the refurbished Puerto Rico, facing off against Ali Damra. Cal Covid drawing a walk. A line drive out, caught by Chris Cash Jr. Covid going for second and making it. Got the speedster now standing on second. And now standing on third as Covid is able to beat the throw from Barnum. Mexicano fly ball to left, tagging from third. No, not going to be sent. 2 outs now for Andrew Berry. Goes for the gap and... that was a weird one. It kind of looked like a catch, but I think it hit the ground. So it's a double for Andrew Berry Jr. And that will be a tie ball game. Brian Bleeker pops out to the shortstop. We're tied at 1 heading to the second inning. Misty Morning, the first base, pop out to shortstop. Hannibal Kingslayer, the DH, he's fouled off a lot so far, manages to put it in play. Ooh, good plate appearance, though, making Muffin Healer pitch a lot. Killian DeBlue, slow start to the season so far, unfortunately, and unfortunately that will continue courtesy of a ground out that retires the side. Tony Soprano standing in against Ali Damra, and another leadoff walk issued. Shepard Vicarian will get one past the second baseman. Will be runners on first and second. Nobody out for Red Panda. Swings and misses. The Damra sinker got him swinging. Abram Johnson, a line drive to center, will not do enough to advance the runner. Covid drawing another walk. Traffic ahead of him, though. He will not be stealing any bases today. Or this time around, rather. And Kai Brummer flying out to right field. So a jam for Damra, but gets out of it. Back to the top for the Wheelers. Keon Lennedy swings and misses. Down on 3 pitches he is. D.B. Barnum puts it in play. Line drive to right field and caught. Chris Cash Jr., 2 outs on a 2-2 count. Watches the slider in the zone for strike 3. Heading to the bottom of the 3rd. Yet another leadoff walk issued. So we're 3 for 3 on that for the Ranas thus far. El Grande Mexicano standing on first. Nice way to stop the pitch from getting away by Barnum, as Barry will go down on strikes. Bleeker 6-4, but no 3, as it will just be a fielder's choice. Another one that Barnum keeps in front of him and will not go down as a wild pitch or a pass ball. So some good work happening behind the dish here as Soprano strikes out. We will take a look around real quick. We're tied at 2 in the Burrow, tied at 1 at Faraday. Close games thus far. We've got a nice little asymmetrical box going here because the home team is considered which conferences it is in. Let's pick a minor league game. You know what? I've mentioned California. Let's head to California for a couple innings. We've got Ingrid Keelhaller on the mound, striking out Jonathan Johnson for the second out of the inning. Empty bases for Doug Love. Fly ball deep left field. It's gone! A solo shot home run for Doug Love on the first pitch of the at-bat. Chased it a little outside, but it clearly worked out for him. So, cutting the deficit in half as Kasane Teto comes up to the plate and gets a walk from Keelhaller. Gabzu putting it in play off the 0-1 pitch and caught in center field. So, a 1-run ball game in favor of the Firehawks as Dwal Ing will stand in and get the walk. Leadoff walk there. Home team seemingly getting leadoff walks everywhere in the league today. Rusty Menard, strike 3 and heading back to the dugout. Slim Mahogany, line drive deep center field, just shy of the track. And they'll get Ing on the pickoff play, so it'll be Matt Gamel batting next time up for the Firehawks. Sorry, wrong F team. James Rice will bat for the Lemurs and strike out. Got Wet Sock, the left fielder, down in left field. Counterpart not able to range for that one. Andrew Brochacho against Keelhaller, a line drive out to second base. And Samuel Sheeping will watch as Wet Sock picks up stolen base number 9 on the year. Able to do anything with it. Fly ball into center is caught by Fox. We'll stick around for the rest of the 5th inning. Matt Gamel standing in and getting a lead-off single. Pulled it into right field. Vecna Whatsit, line drive caught by Johnson. Michel de Nostradam has allowed just a couple of runs so far, but allows a hit to Goro Majima. And dumper on the ground to short, 6-4-3 double play to retire the side. The Firehawks leading 2-1 as they enter the 6th inning. A lot of tight games in the minor leagues so far. Pitchers duel at the Thunderdome. Let's see. Apex have a couple on base at the Powerhouse. Let's take a look how that ends up. Stewart swings and misses, struck out by Stu Mocker. Esteban Santos Garcia will face the same fate, swinging at the knuckle curve. We'll stick around for the bottom of the 6th. Odin Chikisin, Tung 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 Sahor, and Jackson Cheerios coming up next. Quads getting a first pitch ball in play out of Chikisin, but issuing a walk to Sahor. Jackson Cheerios with 1 on will take strike 3 called. And Smirnov popped up in the infield. Coming over for it is Bab Bipperson. Let's see. Cancun's got a couple in scoring position, trying to put the game away against Boise. Yeah, let's head over there. Stick around for an inning or two. Griffin Stone on the ground. That'll score one. Will it score two? Rounding third is Menji Berlina, and safe on the 2 RBI single. Cancun now leading by 5 at Hammond. Jectocito strikes out looking. Gnome Child does the same on the low inside corner. Ryan Lee striking out. Ferkel Jr. swinging. Back to the top for the Boise. Shannon Murkertalk thrown out at first. A nice play by O'Maurin. And Cash's considerations. A 2-out single. As Rodrigo Wallach, the catcher, will come in. But won't have a chance to make anything of that plate appearance as Considerations is gunned down at second. Top of the 6th, the 2-3-4 hitters up for Cancun. Meredith flying out to center field. Napoleon Solo, another fly out, this time right center field, still ranging over forward is Murkertalk. And Victor Cortez, ground ball to second, and the toss made to first base. See what else is going on. Toronto threatening to tie the game there. We can probably take a look there. Bruce City looking to put it away against State College. Let's see Toronto can tie this up. Lilo Pelikai, her first batter faced of the evening. It'll be Palindrome flying out to center for the first out. Lucas Ryan, swing and a miss. Swung at the sinker on the low inside corner. Paddington Von Pippington draws the walk. So it'll be 2 on, 2 outs for Cameron Squires, the DH. Can Pelikai get out of it? No, and the runner will round third, and it will be a tie ball game. Cameron Squires, the RBI single, I believe he advanced on the throw. I believe that scored a single. But Skatoz will strike out, so it'll be tied up here as they head to the 8th inning. We'll head down. We might have to head to Nashville to watch them take the lead, possibly there. Rana's threatening. Dillo's in the bottom of the 9th. They could possibly walk it off. Let's see what Nashville does with runners in scoring position here. The P-Dub Woods. Fly ball into center field, but the sac fly will give the lead to the Stars. Young Song picking up the sac fly RBI. Jimmy Lumber goes down on strikes. And CJ Levine ground out unassisted to first. So Nashville leading this game now by 1. Hepcats Dillos heading to the 10th inning there. Let's go San Antonio, New Orleans. Because that's either going to be a comeback or the end of the game at the end of the top of the 9th. Wyatt Whittle swing and a miss. Griff Manzer striking him out. Manzer going deep into this one, eventually now relieved by Takeda Takahashi, as Press Duckley will put it down. That brings the tying run to the on-deck circle. Player named later, down on 3 pitches. Takahashi collecting strikeout number 3 on the young season. And a pop out. Catcher makes the squeeze. Les Scoden not able to do anything with it, as New Orleans, your winners here at Full Moon Stadium, 3-0. That's our first final of the day. A lot of games entering the ninth. DVS looking for insurance runs. Let's head down here. Ooh, we've got Casey threatening in the tie ball game to take the lead. Let's see if it looks like Trongelman is in to pitch for the Dillos. Can he stem the tide? He cannot. Clement Kamenik scores Gandalf the Grey from third on the single. Hepcats now lead by 1 in the 10th. Thomas St. John ground ball. Third baseman makes the play at first. Super Creek line drive. Oh! Dropped by the center fielder on your left. A dropped fly ball, and that will be a score on error. So unearned run charge to Trongelman there. And the Dillos now with an extra run of work to do in the bottom of the 10th. We'll likely come back to this game, but let's see just in case what else is going on. Yeah, let's head back to watch the end of that one. Dillos needing a pair of runs to tie this ball game up. Matt Woohoo strikes out against Popo. On your left, puts it down in left field, bringing the tying run to the plate, trying to make up for that error in center field. Tony Delvecchio on the ground, slips it past the shortstop, and the hit and run play will allow Woohoo, or on your left, to advance to third base. So the tying run now aboard for Ben Martin. Drives it to right field, but caught. It will score the run on the sac fly. But the tying run remains on first base. Dominion to go with 2 outs. Ground ball, shortstop has it, gets the fielder's choice. So the error proving to make all of the difference, as Amarillo can only score 1 in the bottom of the 10th. Let's see. We've got Chicago possibly threatening to take this one into extras there. What else do we have? We've got Boise maybe making Isaac come back. Both these games are in the 8th. Let's finish up. Let's finish up in Chicago here at Jose 43. Lillian Blue pitching. Obo Femhausen puts it on the ground to left side of the infield. The tying run now stands on second. The winning run on first. 4, Showtime Jones with 1 out. Make that 2 as Lillian Blue strikes him out. Pookie Gamble's chance to be the hero. Slips it past everyone. Rounding third and making it is Toby Rodrigo. And we have a tie ball game with runners in scoring position. The winning run standing on third for Ben Stacken. No, Bobby Miza. They'll opt to walk him coming in for the pinch hit. We Dom many tricks on the ground and throwing to first. We're heading to extras at Jose 43. Before we see what's going on here, Anchorage looks like they're going to threaten insurance runs there. Boise needs a big comeback. Nashville is looking for insurance runs, and that's a big gap there. Let's see what Anchorage can do here with these runners. Robin Banks up on the ground, picked up by the second baseman for the first out of the inning. Runners on the corners. Misty Morning will score one of them on the single and send Robin Banks over to third. Hannibal Kingslayer swings and misses at the curveball in the zone. Killian DeBlue, some nice opposite field power, but not able to get it out. So the Ranas will need 3 there to tie. Unless Rodrigo has a walk-off home run in there, that's probably not gonna... Let's finish off with the Voyagers and the Stars. Let's see how that game winds up. Snack Reacher on the mound. Diego Ramirez, a walk-off hero earlier today, will get the walk, so that is the tying run aboard for the Voyagers. KVK will pop it up right on the first base bag, and the shortstop will make the play. Adam Colbebe, little swing bunt back to the pitcher. They'll take the out at second. Tying run remains on first base. Isuro Tanaka drives it to right, and it will be caught by JB Rainier, and it will be the game. Nashville winning 6-7. And that is all of your Major League games. Florida now leading 6-5, but Chicago has the tying run in scoring position. We don't have the Manfred runner here. That runner got there totally on his own, and it looks like Femhausen's going to drive him in. It's a tie ball game once again in the 11th inning. Let's switch the camera to get a better view, as this is our last game of the sim. Let's make it a good one. Florida at Chicago. Chicago now with the winning run in scoring position. Showtime Jones will advance them to third. One out, just needing a good fly ball from Pookie Gambles. Don't even need the fly ball. It'll be a ground ball up the middle, a walk-off single for the shortstop, Pookie Gambles. So Chicago will get the win 6-7 in extras. I'll double check that's everybody. And we'll finish the sim. We'll save. For the prediction, it's how many teams score over 4.5. We got 1, 2, 3. Considering the cap was 16, I'm assuming it's just majors. But even if it's not, that only gives you 4, 5, 6, 7. So I think, yeah, but I think even regardless, it would still be the under. So yeah, congrats to the unders. I once again, my kneecaps are safe. All right, I'll do one last box score send. I'll make sure I've saved. And I'll go ahead. Yep, that's our last day. So let's go ahead and get this file going. Yippee, I need that. The ability to walk is very important to me. But yeah. Go ahead. Excuse me. Ooh, I've honestly, I've been doing a bad thing. I haven't been drinking enough water. I've not been drinking enough water through the stream, and I think I'm gonna regret it tomorrow. But for now, ask the booth. Hi, Bauer. We got ask the booth. Ask questions. Ask the booth questions. If you don't have a question, I'll ask one of my own. What do we think of the first day of Sims? Threw it in about 2.5 hours, so not too bad. Minor stats leaders after week 1. That's gonna have to be after the upload. I can't switch to that now, unfortunately. If I had to guess though, Swifties were doing quite well as a team, so I'd imagine they are I'd imagine they have a pretty strong group of hitters doing very well. Will Shota Takahashi be voted most handsome player? Ooh. I don't know. You've got some pretty strong renders out there, especially strong face gens. Like, I think I want to say, like, isn't Flop Quads one of the ones who's got like a like a pure blue face? Or am I thinking of someone else? No, yeah, Flop Quads has like the blue face with the... Why does it burn when you pee? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That's probably fine. No, this is not medical advice. If it actually does burn when you pee, get that checked out. We'll ask the booth, which veteran pitcher do you think could make a Legends Conference Cy Young run? Ooh. Let's see. Chicken's been around a while. Looking for someone who's, well, Mac John is a possible one. Just because Mac John's been really good previously. You know what? You said Legends Conference, and I immediately went to the Champions. That's some crazy pivoting on my part. It's hard to bet against some of these Providence guys. Like Count Crabula is still amazing. Iceman is still amazing. Krabby Pebbles is great. I mean, heck, even Joe Random, he's not quite to the same level as the others, but he's still that's a very scary rotation. So I'd say you could pick anyone from Providence and you wouldn't be laughed out of the room. Way too early playoff predictions. Providence, Outer Banks, New York, and San Antonio in the Legends. And then the Champions, Cancun, Nashville, Detroit, Indy. That's what I'll throw out there. I'm fairly confident in my Legends picks. I am not confident in my Champions picks because the Champions East is that's kind of chaos this year. That's kind of what I've been seeing in the predictions. Coldest baseball take? Shohei Ohtani's pretty good. I think that's a pretty ice cold take. He's having a pretty good season. Let's see. Is he still being ridiculous? Let's see. OPS plus of 163 and sitting on an ERA of 0.74. Yeah, he's still being ridiculous. What are my thoughts on the Colorado Rockies? I mean, they're a team I think you wish would be better. They haven't been very good for I think for a while now. So he's kind of like, just once I wish y'all would be good. Not even a particularly Rockies fan. I just like see a team that's down and it's kind of like, aw. You guys, your fans deserve better. Funny enough, that's my same thought on the White Sox. Thoughts on 2016 Chris Bryant? Well, all right, you're making me pull up the baseball reference page because I have no idea. Hey, you won an MVP with the Cubs as part of that World Series winning squad. That's it. That's kind of the extent of my knowledge there. White Sox trending up this year. That actually reminds me. The White Sox. True. White Sox do have the Pope. they I think they may be like the only team ever to be able to reasonably claim they have God on their side. Um, hey, Cardinals won today. Awesome. Pope PS Plus. I don't know. That's a tough stat to look at though, because it's like if 100 is average for like how many popes are on your team, I feel like that's pretty skewed. Is that a park adjusted stat or sorry, that was a dumb joke. Measures how much the players are affected by holiness. Adjusted for league average. Angels in last place. Ironic. Ironic. Uh, Getting pretty close here. Go ahead and get out of the Sim Voice channel because we're gonna be done here in a matter of minutes. So I don't think anyone's gonna hop in. I don't know. I guess what's going on. I know the how's the Stanley Cup Finals going? Because that started. They're Hurricanes up 3-2 right now in the game. Who's everyone rooting for in the NBA Finals and the Stanley Cup Finals? If you have a team you're rooting for. Yeah, you have a good night too. Hope you enjoyed. It was a fun stream, bouncing around the league. Rooting against Vegas and leaning Spurs. I mean, I honestly don't really have a dog in either series. Honestly, I don't really have a basketball team that I really root for. RJ Bro, Knights because they beat Montreal and Marner winning not on Toronto is funny. Yeah, no, my unfortunately the my ball knowledge kind of extends to football and baseball. I am not nearly as knowledgeable about basketball or hockey. I would extend to like Formula One and IndyCar, but that's not really ball knowledge. That's wheel knowledge. Technically, hockey wouldn't be ball knowledge either, but thoughts on the new F1 regs this year? I mean, I don't think I can really put it any better than what the president of the FIA has been saying. People need to stop complaining. They need to stop complaining. We're going to change them because we also think they're bad, but stop complaining about it. I think that kind of says it all. That kind of, say one thing and then do another. Like damage control because they're bad and change them next year. Russell, Kimmy's been wonderful the last what's he won now? 5 in a row. Look, listen. Who knew that all it took to have a semi-interesting Monaco Grand Prix was for the literal track to start falling apart? Every year we remove a chunk of Monaco until the race is interesting. Yeah, you know what? This year, don't worry about like cutting Sandoval. Just like take that however you want. Just take that corner however you want. Year after that, let's remove like the barriers like to the port. NASCAR Superior. Look, stock car racing is great. I love stock car racing. I like stock car racing. I'll leave it at that. Try to get into IndyCar and just can't do it. Well, yeah. Ask the booth, why does Bauer stink? Um, um. Well, he said something earlier that it burns when he pees, so that may have something to do with it. Maybe needs to get that looked at. that. Well, I mean, IndyCar. I mean, right now, IndyCar, a spec series, is being dominated by one driver, which is kind of insane. Let's get the index upload going. No, I grew up on the open wheel series, so that's those are the two I watch the most, IndyCar and Formula One. I watch a lot of IMSA though, and obviously when Le Mans is going to be on this weekend, I'm going to be seriously considering staying up for that. You know, the things you can do when you're unemployed. Yeah, I mean, with F1 a lot of the time you got to be in it for like either like the engineering stuff or like the politics and the drama, cuz a lot of the times the racing is, I mean, that's kind of what you run into with a non-spec series. You're going to have whoever's the best driver in, but mostly in the best car is going to be the winner. So you gotta kind of look for other fun if the racing product isn't great, and if that, and admittedly, if that's what you're watching for, which is extremely valid, then that can be a deal breaker. But index is up. I'll go ahead and say as much in game day. And then I don't know if mods are around. If we want to rate anyone, I'll give it a minute. And if we don't have anyone, I'll just end stream there. You're welcome. It was a fun first stream. I'll see y'all on Thursday when I'm on this guy's stream. Bazooka Joe will be on Thursday, and I'll be sitting there doing my best to look pretty. Someday ever. Thank you. You're batting almost 600 because you're goated. That's why. All right. So I'll just call it there. Thank you, everyone, so much for watching. We'll be back tomorrow for day 2 of the regular season. I will see you on Thursday alongside this guy in chat, Bazooka Joe. And yeah, see you next time. Bye.